clips. Welcome to the clips. Where the fun never ends. We'll dive into topics, make new best friends. So grab a seat, get ready to go on the Clips Podcast Show. Let's enjoy the flow. Ain't nobody messing with mine. We'll discuss the latest trends and news. Laugh and debate, leave you feeling amused. Oh yeah. Tim the man as your host will keep the energy high. Interviews and stories that will touch the sky. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Hey, you know what's crazy about this podcast tonight? This is Monique's podcast. She the one told me to do this particular subject, and I hope she watching because this is what she wanted, and she ain't even here to take care of her own business.
Ooh, let me get my laptop so I can text her.
This is her stuff, but she ain't even here to take care of
I gotta tell her. Hold up, because this is
we
crazy.
doing her subject, and then she don't come on.
We doing her subject?
Yeah, this is the subject she told me to do.
It's not a he-man woman hater today.
No.
Tell her to just lay in the bed and listen.
I told her to come on with no camera.
Yeah, she could do that. But I don't never do he-man woman haters. I always make it where I make it where you get a fair assessment on your opinion. That's all.
You know what? He said a fair assessment. I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, everybody, let me see what I got here. We're gonna start this off. Well, since you're the only woman on here tonight, and she not, and it was her subject, you're gonna have to answer these questions and help me and Smoke out.
Apparently, because I'm about to message him.
Okay, you can do that too. What we got here? Here we go. What we got? Let's get this going. Yeah.
Should we rank ourselves? Should we just like close our eyes and like scoot to where we think we should be?
Go. How are we not going to bump into each other? Did anyone take this into consideration?
Sorry. Say like what we
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it. Didn't see myself, and hence I would have put them here. Thanks.
What?
Man gonna rearrange this by ranking.
Do you want to start it off?
You go over there, and then like just shift down. I think Michelle was the most attractive. How she looked, how she carried herself, and it just seems like someone that's going to live an exciting life, I guess you could say, or that you could have like a deep conversation with. Could you switch with her? I forgot, they can't even hear me.
Yeah.
You got a point.
Okay.
What would you switch?
I switch her and her. You go over there.
Oh, those two. Okay. All right.
And then you over there. You switch. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Personally, for me, she kind of looks like Kristen Bell. And I really like Kristen Bell. So I'd probably put her in on the 1 or 2 position. And I kind of like her vibe. I think her whole aesthetic is very nice. So for me, it's either 1 or 2 up here. I think that Maria was the most attractive for me. It was just like her whole vibe, and like I liked how her hair was, how her makeup was done. Like she looked very nice. Are we content with 5 being 5?
I'm not.
Where do you currently want 5?
I want at least 3.
So 5 goes up.
She should be a 4 because it's like meeting in the middle.
I think 4 is fine. 5 and 4? Switch?
We're gonna get ripped a new one.
I don't want to be the pointer here.
Guys are not afraid to be more blunt. They were straight up, hey, you're attractive, you're not. But girls were like, I don't want to be rude, you know, we're all beautiful in our own way.
All right, are we good?
We're good.
I'm good.
We're locking in.
Cool. God, that was ruthless. I feel bad.
The way the guys were ranking the girls, I actually think we were doing it mostly by personality.
I was super anxious about ranking them. My hands were getting all clammy. I was like really uncomfortable being the one to be like putting them where I thought.
You know, it's obviously something that we do like in day-to-day life. We rank people, you know, subconsciously, but having to do it like in front of them and like them watching you rank them wasn't fun, but definitely a memorable experience.
Well, I was at 5, and now I'm here, so I'm like, thank you. I don't know, it's very interesting, I feel.
I did think coming into this, like, cultural stereotypes would be a factor. Them ranking me first kind of shot that down, I guess, because I didn't think they would choose, like, an Asian girl first.
I think when I think of a male viewing me as attractive or not versus a female, it's definitely different. Because in a male setting, judging me, I knew that was gonna happen. Like, I'm not stupid, so like, I'm aware of how others view me.
I was surprised at them placing me at the bottom, but at the same time, I know out of a room of beautiful girls that I was put in, that from the jump, there was no chance for me. There was no chance there.
Me being the only black girl, like I knew that I wouldn't really rank higher because
American beauty standards versus what people see people of color, it's different.
The guys that I interact with, they socialize more with black women and they think more black women are attractive.
I think that the guys ranked the woman from appearance more than personality.
Do you usually feel like you're the most attractive person in the room?
Most of the time.
I feel like it just confirms that attractiveness is so subjective and circled and presented in one way, and it always has been.
Even though I have my days where I'm like, ugh, you not really that cute, and days where I'm like, ooh, you cute. I would say I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change.
I feel like he would give you flowers. Like,
Time out. I need to see their booties.
I can't. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Nothing.
Human society the world over has values, and those values are ranked. This includes what society values in men and in women. And it's absolutely a reality that the thing that human society values the very most in women is physical beauty. We may not like that fact. We may think it should be different. We may argue that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We may point to body-positive marketing campaigns. You may argue that you don't value physical beauty in a woman above other more important things. But all of this resistance is not going to get us anywhere. Why? Because it's a refusal to accept that this is still the way things are. It is still a reality that in the world today, the most valued thing in a woman is physical beauty. To have her are not all going to serve our expansion the best. We're observing the upsides and the downsides to each choice. Any single thing that we choose comes with upsides and downsides. We could call this contrast. We opt into certain contrast by going into any specific incarnation. And most people do not know that all those who opt into the incarnation of a beautiful woman are opting into the contrast of decreasing their likelihood of ever finding a compatible mate. The reason for this is down to the fact that society values beauty so much in women that a person, especially a man, can increase their own self-esteem and societal esteem by being with a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman is something that everyone will desire to have. But all those people who will desire to have her are not all compatible to her, are they? And those who are wanting her primarily for self-esteem and societal esteem, which the majority of them are, will not be compatible to her. So essentially what's happening is a beautiful woman is trying to find a needle in a haystack. Problem is, in order to get to her, all of the people who want her are going to pretend to be that needle. And so what beautiful women have in their hands is a recipe for relationship hell. I need you to stop for a moment here, because you must remember that life is about relationships. And painful relationships means a painful life. And this leads me to our next point. 2, because the subconscious transaction that most partners, especially men, have with beautiful women is, I'm doing this for esteem. I'm doing this so being with you makes me feel good and better about myself, and to make it so other people think highly of me. If a beautiful woman does anything that goes against this unexpressed and unagreed to transaction, she will find herself in conflicts first. Her partner will change their mind about her being what they want, and then ultimately she will lose the relationship. And what it takes to break this hidden transaction is almost nothing, such as having human needs, being honest. In this case, we're talking about direct negative feedback to her partner, or behaving or dressing in a way that is unseemly. A beautiful woman is an object in other people's worlds, like a trophy. It is very hard for a beautiful woman to find a person who wants an actual person-to-person relationship with her. Very important that you understand there is a very, very big difference between being lusted over and being loved. In the same vein, it is a complete misconception that beautiful women are never rejected. In fact, they are one of the most rejected groups of people on the planet. It's just not going to look like they're being rejected on the outside at face value, especially when they have people lined up around the block to be with them. But I need you to look closer. The reality is no one knows who she is and isn't. Everyone is lined up around the block because of the overlay fantasy they have about a beautiful woman and what it will give them to be with her. They are in a relationship with their preconceived idea of her, and she cannot live up to that idea that they have. And when she doesn't live up to it, she will be rejected. And that happens over and over and over and over again. 3. As people, by the time we reach an age where we're ready to date, we have been set up by the process of socialization to be totally inauthentic. We spend our time trying to employ a strategy for how to get someone we want, rather than spending our time advertising who we genuinely are so a person would love and value us because they would recognize us, right? And most of all, we've been set up to dupe anyone that we date. This duping pattern within humanity is a sad reality of relationships in general, no matter what people look like. If you want to learn more about this pattern, by the way, you can watch 2 of my videos. The first, lack of intimacy. 12. Beautiful women are usually always the ones that are blamed when it comes to infidelity concerns. For example, if a man directs his attention towards a beautiful woman or cheats on his partner, God forbid, with a beautiful woman, it's not him, it's the beautiful woman who is blamed for it, as if she's the problem for having been so tempting and enticing. People also blame the beautiful woman for the bad things that happen to her, such as being taken advantage of sexually, because of being sexually attractive, rather than the person who's the one taking advantage. Many beautiful women have been blamed for being sexually assaulted, harassed, even raped, and even incest, as if being beautiful is the instigation. In line with this, when you are physically attractive, being friendly is almost always perceived as flirtation, and that's a scientific fact. 13. Being beautiful affects the quality of your medical care. People link good looks with health. This means symptoms, pain, illness, and ailments are taken less seriously when people are good looking. Medical professionals can miss a whole lot because of this bias. The medical condition of a beautiful woman is often minimized and ignored, and it doesn't take a genius to see how much of a problem this is. Now let's go further. This is an extreme problem when a beautiful person needs mental health or medical care for anything related to body image issues. A beautiful woman's body image issues, which believe me they have, no matter how severe, are immediately brushed off, mocked, and scoffed at. They're not taken seriously, and so they're not addressed. And then grows tired of playing with and discards. This leads to so much emotional pain, it is indescribable, and can lead a beautiful woman down the path of desperately trying to maintain her youth and beauty through very extreme measures. And while we are calling out the painful realities that we need to accept about this, there is definitely a scale when it comes to the degree of beauty. Why is this important? Because relative to all of these patterns, the more progressively beautiful that a woman is perceived, the more intense these patterns get and the worse these downsides get. Becoming aware means perceiving the full reality of things, and people are not perceiving the full reality of what it is to be a beautiful woman. The pain of being a beautiful woman is usually completely unseen, hence all the focus today on pretty privilege. Well, guess what, guys? What you're calling pretty privilege comes with a cost, and it's a cost that most people would never actually choose to pay if they saw it. Have a good week.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
Why do black male stars at the Met Gala dress like women? The shocking reason behind it. Have you noticed? Even though the Met Gala is a global event, this year, the number of black male stars was extremely low, and the few who were invited, their outfits often had feminine elements.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
Not just for
I know.
One day people are gonna say, Corey always said it was
He sure-
Backdoria in that whole
Yeah.
community. But
Well, see,
go
that's-
ahead, I'll
well,
wait it
yeah,
out.
but
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Got Ricky Smiley so good. Ricky Smiley got on the internet making tea and started crying and disappeared. Ain't nobody seen you since. He ain't did no more posts. He just disappeared. I called Cat on the phone and said, "You better be on the lookout for Smiley. That wants to come smiling. Quiet one's the one that gets you. He's smiling. And I said he might show up with a dress on. Shit, me and Cat, the last two that ain't worn a dress. I called and I said, let's do the non-branded dress tour.
Celebrity Fashion Spotlight, we have your boy Shabuzi, who attended the Met Gala wearing this Robert One look, and I love this look from head to toe. I love the color, the pop of color in this look.
Please, straight ahead over here, last looks. Come on, let me get some photo. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, can you come over here? Come a little closer. Yes. Yes, I love this. Yo, Cuddy. Legend. I love it. Yes.
Let me tell you something. I love when masculinity meets femininity. I love when men can be so comfortable in their masculinity as well. This was just so icy, so just swaggy. I love the flare pants. For me, this was 10s across the board. What do you guys think? Was this a look or not?
Just give him the X and then I'll say it.
Wait, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a bra?
What? It's just a wife beater.
Where are your pants? Why are you wearing a skirt?
No, Granddad. These are Gangstalicious shorts for thugs. See, they got an extra flap with a pocket, so you hide what you want to hide from the police.
How y'all doing today? We all like my outfit? And y'all know I'm crazy for real. Y'all know I'm crazy, right?
Kinda hot, right? You want me to see if he got your side?
But you're carrying a purse.
What? Come on, Granddad. This ain't no purse. It's a Gangstalicious man bag. What's wrong?
Nothing. No.
You see this picture that Gunner just posted recently? What are you doing? Look at the bag.
Oh, that purse?
That's a full-blown Chanel purse.
Hey, that's a purse.
That's a purse.
Man, look, peep this.
It's not even a purse. It's a purse.
That's a purse. But peep this. I got like a little Prada little bag that and it's like a man purse.
All right, Wale. I was looking at these new, like they new form of phone positive for Nike, the Nike GT or whatever. And I'm looking like, okay, Wale got a tether on. I started looking, I'm like, usually tethers kind of made of more plastic, little ankle monitor. Do he have an ankle purse on? Let me say it again for my people in the District of Columbia. My people slightly below that Mason-Dixon line in DC, that's technically the South. Does he have an ankle purse on? Man, hip hop is so reading rainbow. It's been like that too. I'm gonna talk about that on the Patreon.
Even if the system is hell-bent set on destroying you, you are still alive and working in this system. You have no other choice unless you're going to escape the system. But if you stay inside the system, you must learn how to defeat the system. But one of the main things that happen is the over-reliance on that has not had our best interest at heart. We should look to each other raise each other, depend on each other. But until that mystical, magical day happens, what do we have? Women saying that being straight is an absolute red flag. And of course, this isn't everybody, but this is a large representation of the population that has fallen to the feminist jargon, both male and female. So whether it's humiliation rituals or just a straight out assault on masculinity on all fronts, one thing is for certain. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better.
But what I'm trying to say is, all that stuff, all them people who stand in line at Gucci, they said Louis.
All of them.
They said
YSL.
Prada.
YSL, all of them.
It is all trash.
Make you wonder if the Met Gala, as a symbol of the fashion world, is secretly creating invisible barriers for black men. Could there be hidden rules or power dynamics pushing black male stars to conform to this standard? Is the Met Gala...
Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom. We're out.
We found.
Well.
Jazz threatened me, y'all. I was over here trying to lay down. Jazz threatened me.
Hey, we thought we'd bring your subjects out since you the reason why these subjects are here. How about that? My first question to y'all is this: do pretty women really get better treatment over not so pretty women? So women that's pretty, do they get better treatment over women that's not so pretty? And why do you think that is true or not true? Do you think that's true or not true? Do you think women that's pretty get better treatment over women that's not so pretty? Now, I don't want to use the word ugly because, I ain't about to box with God today. So I'm going to say not so pretty. Because I don't think God created anything ugly.
Are beautiful in their own way.
Anybody can go. Do you think pretty women get better treatment over women that's not so pretty?
Go on, Jazz.
Why I gotta go?
This is Monique's subject. This is what she wanted. So I did the research.
And you see what the research proved?
What did it prove?
It proved that pretty is privilege.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
So you don't think women that's not so pretty, they don't get the same
if you have a beautiful personality, you can then go. To me, when I say pretty, you have to understand that I'm incorporating personality with that too.
Okay, come on, I'm with you.
So that's what I mean by that. You can be like an average looking or below average looking girl and have a dynamic personality and get further than a girl who's pretty on the outside but has an ugly inside. Because
Does she have to work harder though?
A girl with a terrible attitude and ugly, she got to work harder than the girl who is average with a bombing personality. Yep. Definitely believe that.
What you think, Jay?
What was the
pretty
question?
women get better treatment over not so pretty women?
I think so, and I think it goes to the fact that you see in society every day, social media, women.
You think? That social media promotes that?
Like, yeah, everything promotes it because think about all the women that get surgery, get plastic surgery on their face, on their bodies. They change their hair color to be different things. I would say blonde. A lot of girls go blonde. They think blonde to bring, like I got blonde in my braids. Like they think blonde to make them seem more, fresh, like a fresher look. People get Botox. It is scientifically proven. It's been studies. It's everywhere. If you want to be pretty, women want to be prettier. Somebody could tell a little girl every day of her life, her father could tell her, "You're beautiful." Her father ain't gotta have sex with her or marry her.
What?
I'm just saying, just being honest with you. Society, you old Smoke. Give me a second. Without thinking about personality, if we're going off of looks like the video, Yes, people usually are drawn towards more of the prettier person. Now,
What if the other
if
person is better for you though?
but what I'm saying is, I'm just saying we don't know anything about them. We just know what
Right,
the outside
right.
looks like. Majority of the men are drawn to like that prettier woman. That's what
Okay,
I've seen. That's what I've heard. That's what I've experienced
gotcha.
and seen. Until they get knocked down and they gotta do too much, they gotta pay for too much. It's a
Right.
lot of work to be with a heifer, with a pretty heifer, with a
Okay.
beautiful heifer. It's a
So
lot
you
of
got to
work.
spend more money, everything.
That the lady, and that's what that lady said. You gotta pay. You gotta pay
You
to
said,
play.
okay, yeah, yeah, that could be
Go
true.
smoke.
That smoke said, "Let me hurry up and get in here." Go ahead, smoke.
Okay,
What you
look,
got?
I think it's unfair. I
What?
think it's
You
just
think it's
to say,
unfair?
I think this is unfair
What you
because
mean?
Jazz and Mo are on the other. They're on the prettiest side. They know all this already. They,
What you
they
mean?
tend to have everything going for them. They
So
know
you
that.
saying that they get better
They
treatment?
right because they're pretty. They know all that. Right. So
Look at her
we need
face.
to get somebody on the other side
Okay.
that's not as pretty as Jazz and Mo.
Oh, you said we need a person over here that's not so pretty.
Not as pretty as Jazz and Mo because Jazz and Mo they get all that already. They ain't worried about all that. They got all that already. They the ones that's privileged. They the privileged women out here. So we need to get somebody on here that's not as privileged as Jazz and
So she over there cracking. Hey, so you saying there's an advantage of being attractive versus not so attractive?
Mo.
Yeah.
Jazz know that. Look at Jazz know it. Look, she ain't got to worry about that.
I'm trying to keep these extra pounds off me, baby. I've been in the gym.
I will say
Jazz
this.
You
ain't
gotta,
worried
my
about
daddy
nothing.
told me you gotta keep it tight, keep it right if you want to stay looking good. Ain't nobody gonna
Okay,
like you. You gotta look a certain way if you
but
want somebody like you.
I
Even when
will.
you
I'm
get married,
saying,
you get a man, you gotta make sure you stay
okay,
attractive, you
I'm
keep
saying,
yourself together.
I will
but you
say this
doing all
though.
that. Mo doing all that. So we need to get somebody on here that's not at the level where you two ladies are.
Y'all ain't right. That ain't right. That's
I
not
didn't
right.
say that.
I'm
Smoke
Because
just
said that.
saying, Jazz. Even with the extra weight that I have put on, right in my mind, I don't feel pretty anymore. Like I feel like I'm a blubber. I need to get back in the gym. I need to work on some things. Like even with the surgeries, I'm like, yes, I can finally get back in the gym. I can work on being beautiful again.
okay,
Even when I don't feel pretty, I
okay.
can go out into this world and still get certain type of privileges that other
That's
people.
because you're pretty.
Wait a minute. Hold on. But isn't a beauty in the eye of the beholder?
Who
Yeah.
beholder?
We be holding a lot of eyes.
Isn't that in the eye of the beholder? So
But
is it?
you know what? No, we would just be holding a lot of eyes, is what we saying. And it's
Yeah.
not even the fact that somebody wants to, like a man or a woman wants to like date you or approach you. It's
Uh-huh.
just that they look at you when you're in a room, and it drives me crazy. I'm not saying I'm pretty. I'm not saying that. I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm not. Thank you, Jesus, for what I
Want
look
me to say
like.
it for you?
But what
Want
I'm
me to say it
saying
for you,
is,
Jazz?
it's
Let me
so
say it
much.
for you.
Thank you, Smoke. You can
But
feel like the energy, and I'm a really like bubbly person. So like when I be out, I be speaking to everybody. That bothers people, and
but
it
that's what I'm
bothers people
saying.
when you
Beauty
like
is in
that,
the eye of the beholder because somebody who think you pretty, somebody else might not think you pretty.
which is
No,
cool.
this
It's
is
all
why I
good.
say personality is part of that driving factor, and even the men said it in the video
Uh-huh.
because somebody might not think I'm pretty, but the way that my personality engulfs the room, you have no choice but to be attracted even when you don't want to be attracted to me. Like you might be like, dang, she not pretty, but her
Mhm.
energy is so raw. I want to be next to that energy. That's why I say you can be an average looking woman and have a banging personality and still get further than a woman who's just pretty on the outside.
So that's
Because
the beauty in the eye of the beholder, then, right?
well, yeah, I guess
That
you
would
could
fall in
say
that
that.
category, wouldn't it?
I guess you could definitely say that.
You could say, okay, okay, all right. So the lady in the video, she said there's a value in being pretty. Is there a value in not being pretty?
I ain't never seen it. I
Is there a value in being pretty? I mean, do it help you get through free tickets or free dinners? Do it help you get free this? Is it a value you could use to your advantage?
Well,
The lady said it in the video. She
let
said
me
that's
just
a
say
value.
this, right? I went to the store. The store, I always go to the store by my house today. Like I said, I've been in a lot of pain today, so I was really feeling down. Like I had baggy clothes on and everything. Got to the door. The door says cash only. I know I don't have no cash, but I'm still about to go into the store because I don't feel like driving nowhere else. So I walk into the store and I say, "Dang, y'all only taking cash, man."
Right.
The guy says, "Well, no, you can try to use your card. Come on up here, try to use your card." So
Oh,
I
I
get
got you,
all
girl.
the
I got you.
I
I'm gonna
get
pay
all
this
the
bill for
stuff
you.
I normally get, and I put my card in, and he says, "Oh, it's not working." And I say, "Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go home." He goes, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Just bring it back later. You can
Oh, give me
always
a
bring it
break.
back." He
Give
let me
me a
go.
break.
He let
Wait
me
a
go
minute.
with the stuff. Literally, as he's telling me this, another woman comes into the building, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are only taking cash." He was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we're only taking cash."
So
But
wait a
that's
minute.
your
Let me ask you
frequent
this.
store, Monique.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. You see what I just said? You see what I said, right? We need somebody that ain't them. We need to get somebody that's not Jazz and Mo. We need to
Okay,
get
well, hold
somebody
on,
that's
Smoke. Well,
on
let
the
me say
lower
this
level than
then.
where they are.
Okay, well, let me say this then. Let's flip it. If that's men, let's put a man in that same situation, and the man is not attractive, or even if he is attractive, is he gonna be able to come out of there without paying that bill?
No.
No.
There you go. So he could be handsome. He still gotta swipe that card and pay that bill. So it really ain't no. It really ain't no advantage of a man being attractive, then, because it only work in certain areas. With that lady was saying that,
It worked with somebody who was ugly.
huh?
A ugly woman to let a handsome man she thinks attractive do a lot of things.
Do a lot of things.
A woman who isn't confident with herself will let a man come to a store and leave with everything for free. Monique, am I lying?
Not at all.
Oh my goodness. Hold up, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. So, hey, y'all just seen the video too as well. The women getting ranked by men versus the women ranking women by women. What do men look at to determine what makes a woman attractive or not? What do men look at to make them attractive?
From the video, they were looking a lot at personality.
No, they weren't. The dude said women was looking at personality. The man said the dude said that women look at personality, men look at image.
No, the guy specifically.
Go back to the video.
The guy specifically said we were ranking. A lot of us were ranking off of personality. He said, and then one of them said we're a little bit more honest. But even when they were picking the girls, the guys was like, "Oh, I like her. She has a good energy. She has a good personality. She looks like she'll be fun."
He don't even know her, so how he gonna determine that? Though is what I'm saying.
Because her energy determined that for it. Like
she didn't talk to him.
They didn't talk. He said the women did that, but he said the one girl looked fun. Yeah. One girl looked fun.
And that was the one who he put as number one. The one who he said looked fun was the one he put as number one. The big, and even with the big girl, like even though the girls were like, "Oh, she should be up here. She should be in the top." Her energy wasn't as like fun as the girl they put as number one.
But if you notice in the video, the more heavy set woman, they had at number one. They had ranked her as number one. The women had put her at number one. As soon as the guys came on, they like, "Oh no, you go down to the end.
She got to go all the way to the
You go down there." So what is it that the women are looking at versus the men? What you think, Smoke?
Because he a man.
Yeah, what they looking at in the video?
This is my own thoughts about this. An overly attractive woman.
Wait a minute, hold on, Smoke. Is there such thing as an overly attractive woman?
Yeah. It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm trying. What she say? The one lady said, I want a mind. I want to think like Christ, but I want a body like a stripper."
Oh my God!
That's what
See,
she said.
that woman need to repent, whoever that was. Hey, Smoke, go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead. Go ahead. That woman there.
Overly attractive woman to me is a red flag.
Okay. In what way? I mean, what? Get the people out there a reason. What are you talking about? Because they like, what is he talking about?
A very just okay. Well, I just use it in layman's term. A very, very attractive woman is a red flag, and that's because it's too much work. It's too much work. It's
Oh,
too
you
much.
said it's gonna be too much. Oh, it's too much work behind trying to keep her and trying to maintain her.
This, you gotta do that. Then you gotta make sure. Then you gotta worry about if she all messing around.
So is it more financially?
All day. Yeah, they're gonna be on her all day, everywhere she goes. Yeah.
Hold on, let me ask you this: is it more financially? Is it you worried about she left out the door? Somebody gonna get her? I mean, what is it?
I mean, if she's that attractive, she gonna get talked to every day. I mean, it ain't gonna matter. You know, I mean, I ain't got to worry about it. That's a fact. It's gonna happen every day. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Even in that case, I don't want that for me because that's too much work and too much emotion behind all that shit. I ain't got time to be chasing after you and running after you and make sure you got this and you don't like this kind of punch. You want me to get this kind of punch. I ain't got time for all that. You gonna be pretty to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's too much work.
That's too much work.
Yeah. Let me get a woman that's pretty enough.
Enough.
But yeah, she's pretty enough that she knows how to take care of me. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else.
That don't fall into that medium ugly category, do it?
No, I don't need
medium ugly.
Okay,
I'm like, what is that? This medium ugly.
Because you get it's hard to judge. It's hard to put women in the terms like you can put men because Tim all right. You know, he look all right. That's easy. That's easy for men. But then you can't say, well, I want a pretty woman, but she all right. You know, she all right. Then they looking at you like,
people do that all the time. They say women are all right though. She cool. She ain't the coldest, but
then all right, I put it like this. If you got a woman that knows she's attractive, then that's a real thing. Because she know how to use everything.
I don't know if you could put a pretty woman. I don't know, Smoke, if you could say because she real pretty, that's a red flag. I mean, she can't help her beauty. God made her that.
For me, it's a red flag.
Oh, for you, okay, all right.
Right, because when she walk out that door, I don't need to have my head saying, "What is she doing?"
But that's you. I think that's more psychologically.
That's what I just said. That's what I said. Me. That's for me.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
I don't need to worry about it.
She can't help that God made her that beautiful. I mean, what can she do about it? She can't do
Then I'm saying, but then that's fine. That's fine for her that she's beautiful as can be, but not for me.
Oh,
not for me.
Gotcha.
I gotta put too much work in and too much time.
That's too
much. I don't need to do that.
So
yeah,
Smoke said he need a 5. He don't need a 5 and beyond. He need a 5 or a 4.
Oh, on scale of 0 to 10, he need a 5.
He need a 5 or a 4.
No. So what is the average? Then?
I need. This is what I need. I need a woman that knows how to be a wife. That's what I need. Is that simpler?
Hey, Monique, what's the number for an average woman from 0 to 10? Give me that.
6 and 7.
That's 6 and Monique. That's too high.
No.
6 and 7, Monique. Average.
That's average.
No, Monique. Average would be 4, like you said. 4.5.
No, that's medium ugly.
No, we're not using that on this podcast.
Remember when that lady got on Kevin Smith's podcast and she said she wanted a high value man and he told her to rank herself from 1 to 10 and can't
1 to 10.
7. And she said
10.
she was a 5 and he said you're not even a 3 at best.
That's think about the late Kevin Samuel said the average is a 4. It's not no 6, 7. You getting close to Beyonce. Come on now, Monique.
Mm-hmm. No, Beyonce is like a 10.
What? A 10?
He didn't call Beyonce. A lot of men don't think Beyonce is 10.
No, she's not.
I think us as women, men don't look at they look at the body later, but they look at the face and facial features first. So they want to look at how strong the face is. Beyonce have a strong face. So a lot of men rank her as a 7 versus ranking Kelly Rowland, her sister, as a 10.
Okay,
Because she has a
let's
softer face.
But let's do like the great late Kevin Samuel. 1 to 10, not using 7.
Yeah. So average 1 to 10 without using 7, then I would say a 6 or a 5. I will say that.
You're just pushing women up there, Monique.
No, because
you pushing egos through the roof here.
It's I'm no. I've just seen like on this
Monique, you got
job,
Monique. You can't do it with makeup. With makeup, they
take the makeup. We talking about natural, regular.
So I'll put
and
it
a
like
lot
this.
of makeup that don't look like makeup that we all know. Me and you know is makeup making people 6 and 7s. So when they take that sucker off,
yeah, when they take that mask off, when they take that mask off,
they about a 3. Because I'm trying to figure out how she got with him. And then you realize they just started dating and he ain't seen her without that makeup on. And then about 2 months later, they ain't together because she took that makeup off.
Because he finally seen
the mama them that talked about that little baby so bad.
He finally seen Harold, not
when the lace front gone and the makeup gone, they no longer 6s and 7s, Monique.
So is the old saying really?
Monique, we can't hear you.
You're right. When you put it like that, see, I was envisioning
they talk about natural beauty, your natural hair, your natural face.
On natural beauty.
We ain't talking about no pancake face, Monique. Not no pancake face.
Boom. See, glad you cleared it up, Jazz. On natural beauty standards, the average is probably a good 3.
Okay, there you go. You finally came home.
Yeah,
it's finally came home. So what you saying is a 3 or a 4? I'm gonna say a 4. Because there is some good, beautiful looking women out here, and they think they 8s and 10s, but they're really 4 or 5.5. So what is attractiveness really based on? So what is it really based on? I think you hit on it, Monique, a little earlier. So what is attractiveness really based on?
I think it's personality, honestly.
Okay, I agree with you. That's what I said. I think you hit on it. I think it's that plus maybe looks.
But to have looks and no personality, you're instant 1.
What you think, Smoke? What is attractiveness really based on? I like what Monique said a little bit too. What is it really based on? When you say, "Look, I'm attracted to that person," what is it really based on? Is it just the physical? Is it what they saying? Is it how they walk? Do they got 2 eyes that's crossed? And you like, I like cross-eyed people. I mean, what is it?
It's a lot. I mean, because
give me a small portion of what is
looks ain't really it. It's the underneath thing. It's the personality. It's how she carries herself. How she value certain things about life. Where she's at, and how she relates that to me.
Right.
Because she don't have to be the prettiest girl in the world, but what she do and how she treat me, she the most beautiful girl I know.
Okay, so that's good. So let me ask y'all women, what is attractiveness really based on when it comes to a man? What is that? I want to hear this. Look, Smoke, crickets. Look at that. They like, we don't give a damn money. We don't give a damn. Long as he got some money.
I like me a medium ugly man myself.
Come on,
with good teeth.
Let's get some real. What is attractiveness really based on?
Monique, why do they think I'm playing?
I'm finna get them they regular 6 feet, 6 figures.
No.
For
me, what's attractiveness is for me is somebody who listens, and this is what I'm gonna say. This I like me a man. If we just talking about not like knowing the person, just seeing them straight on. He gotta have good teeth, clean nails, good shoes on. Shoes gotta be clean. Don't like no dirty shoes unless you working. You gotta have clean. You gotta have nice teeth, nice skin. That's what I need. Okay. Nice teeth, nice skin. You gotta smell good. You can be medium ugly. You can be medium ugly. You can be funny looking. Just a little bit.
Okay, but wait. So you
Hold
seen
on,
him?
Smoke.
You seen him out in the? You seen him out in the ready to mingle face, right? When he go home and wash his face and take off his stuff, is he still that same person? Because you know we men do some of the
Y'all look
same stuff
totally
y'all
different
do.
once y'all in y'all work clothes than y'all in your outside clothes. You see, it's a period stage. That's why you got to get to know a player. Because I need to know what you look like when, if, and when.
Right.
Now I compromise. I know what you look like on the other.
Monique, what you got to add to this, Monique? What
was the
when it
question?
comes to a man, what's attractiveness really based
When
on?
you first see him, not
When you
getting
first
to know
meet
him.
Yeah, meet him or see him or whatever.
When you first see him, what is attractiveness?
Really based on what most give us because you speaking for the women that's watching. Y'all women, these two women are speaking
Monique
for y'all.
is speaking
They
for the
speak
women
for y'all.
who like Esau. Monique
So
is speaking for the women of Esau.
Oh
Who
my
like
goodness!
Esau.
No, don't use that. Don't do that. Well, you know what? You can do it. Just I'm talking about men in general. What's it really based on, Monique? What is it based on, Monique?
For you,
don't
Mo,
know.
for you.
I don't know all women, so I'm gonna just say for me.
No, you ain't got to know all women. I'm just saying you giving us a basis that
Okay,
men
a
smoke.
basis is definitely because I've seen some ugly brothers and women think they attractive, so it's not physical like looks, but the way of how you carry yourself, like how
Okay.
when you walk into a room, how
Okay.
do people literally? I want to say like how when you walk into the room, how people turn their attention to you, or how you are such a person that you have this dynamic energy about you that like people want to be around you. Not only that, but how you are towards people, because like are you when you are around people, do you command attention, only want it to be about you? Can you
Okay.
share the space? Like
Okay.
attractiveness to me, not just speaking for anyone else, but for me, is
Now, we
literally.
using you. Don't get out of this. You speaking for the women right now.
You only speaking for Monique.
You speaking for Jazz too, whether she know it or not. Go ahead.
But for me, it's literally it's what I was saying. Like it's how you convey yourself to other people, not just like the type of clothes you wear. Even though I love me a man who could just put it on, like put that shit on, when he can just put this grown man on. Something about that is just real attractive when he know how to just tailor that outfit to that body and that suit. But okay, I just went on a tangent, but
Yeah, don't
you going
look.
flex,
We gonna
you
cut the
going flex
podcast.
on
Don't
him.
give us your fantasies right now. We trying to do a podcast. We trying to do fantasy.
but honestly, like how you are towards people. Can you share your space? Can you share your energy? Like,
Monique,
are you,
Monique,
huh?
Monique, we was talking about in the first 30 seconds of meeting this man saying hello.
Saying hello, your smile. That's like one of the most attractive features I think a man can have is his smile.
It's mine.
Yeah, because y'all go through a lot out here in this world. And if you can literally wake up knowing that you persecuted the moment you open your eyes and still walk around with a beautiful smile on your face,
Okay.
it's the most attractive thing ever. Ain't nothing
So-
worse than a mean mugger.
So what if he got this attractive smile, but he broke his hair?
Then you just broke, but
That's a wrap.
Is he attractive? Is he attractive now?
That's a wrap.
That's a
yeah,
wrap.
you
That's a
broke,
wrap.
but you still
You just
attractive,
say he could come. He could come in the room and command the room, and he got all this pizzazz. His suit fit right.
Your brokenness ain't got nothing to do
I
with
see Monique like a smiling, talking nigga. I need somebody quiet and look mean.
No,
Smile when you with me.
you can, your brokenness don't take away from your
Let me, can I say this real quick though?
It's a lot of broke attractive men, and it's a lot of rich unattractive men.
Okay, got it. Okay.
The money has nothing to do with your attractiveness. I mean, your money just says
The money don't have nothing to do with attractiveness.
no. Your money just speaks on your status in society. That's it.
Wow. Go ahead, Smoke. You got something to say.
I've seen some fine broke players, and they wouldn't fine no more because I know they was broke. So I don't know, Monique.
Look, I was in the doctor's office a couple days ago, right? I was in the doctor's office waiting to see the doctor, and it was kind of crowded. So a couple people went before me to see the doctor, right?
Right.
So I'm sitting outside. So one lady came out, and she said, "Excuse me, is your name Mr. Clemens?" I was like, "Yeah." And she said, are you married or you got a girlfriend or you got?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." She said, "Because when I saw you, I have never really seen a man that come in and shows a masculine side." He said, "You came in and I could just see a man all over you."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What? What is you talking about?" She was like, "Yeah, you came in strong. You had a good thing going about you. I could see it, and I wanted to meet you."
Okay.
And I said, "Oh wow." I said,
Okay,
"Well,
Smoke.
That's that energy I was talking about, Smoke, when y'all said I was going into my
See,
fantasy.
that's that.
Yeah, you were going into Lifetime channel. We had to get
That masculine, you just put it on, like you just got it.
We had to reel you back from Snap channel real quick. And
Yeah, that's just that you got it. When you got it, you just got it.
You
Like
got it. Okay,
it's
you
the
know
way
what?
you
Okay.
convey yourself. Like
All right.
when you
So
walk
it
into
ain't.
that room with that commanding energy, it's
So-
really attractive.
So it ain't the
Okay, I
way
was
he
a
walk. It
confident
ain't because he bow legged or he got
No,
green
it's how you
eyes.
command the room, like that like Smoke was saying, that masculine energy. Cause it's a lot of pretty Mitches out here. A lot of
what you call him?
Mitches. A lot of pretty
Man, bitches.
Mitches.
Man,
You know what? You know what? Speaking of that, let me.
Perfect segue, ain't it, Tim?
Yeah, because that's what we got.
Yes.
Gentlemen,
Let me tell you something. I love when
That's
masculinity.
what we got to get back to right there. I'm glad you said that. What you call him?
His name is Shabuzi.
What did you call him again, Monique?
A pretty Mitch.
His name is Shabuzi.
he's a Mitchie.
That's a pretty Mitch right there. You real pretty.
Now, you know what? My first question is, how do y'all feel about black men being humiliated and degraded like this? Look that's why I put this picture back up here. This is ridiculous, man.
That's his choice. He wanted to come out there looking pretty.
I know whose choice it is, but I'm saying, I mean, come on, y'all. That look like something maybe Jazz or whatever you would wear, Monique.
I wouldn't wear that. The way that outfit put together, I would not wear that. I got style. That is
And my legs too
That
short.
ain't no
I can't
style,
wear too
Monique.
many belts.
No, first of all, that looked like Aunt Bertha and Grandma Jean threw that outfit on him.
Not Aunt Bertha. But I'm saying, as a man, me and Smoke, we the only two men on here. That's unacceptable.
Very.
That's unacceptable. I mean, where we at, y'all? How do y'all feel about this? This is hold on.
You know what that?
Let me
you
get
know what that tell me, Tim? You know what that tells me?
Meets femininity. I love when men can be so comfortable in their masculinity as well. This was just so icy, so just swaggy. I love the flare pants. For me, this was 10s across the board. What do you guys think? Was this a look or not?
Shorts for thugs. See, they got.
But you carry the purse.
What?
And again, for my people in the District of Columbia,
I'm sure.
Men saying there's nothing different. You have women saying there's nothing different, but there is. God made us different for a reason. Men and women have different attributes that we all bring of value.
How you feel about Tyler Perry?
He strikes me as somebody that does not like manhood. It's his business. It's America. But I want somebody to start pushing manhood because I've seen 50 years worth of televised emasculation.
Have you ever noticed, you polite savages, that if you come out and go along with the status quo and line up,
Shorts for thugs. See,
Celebrity fashion spotlight. We
With a dress on. Shit, me and Cat, the last two that ain't. Got Ricky Smiley so good. Ricky.
Celebrity fashion spot.
Is that a bra?
what?
Like a little, proud a little bit.
Femininity and masculinity needs to be drawn.
does he have an ankle purse?
It's just like, but that's a real person.
masculinity and femininity, and if you, as a person who is masculine, does not absolutely appreciate it, then you are called toxic. But when it comes to accepting the femininity, when it comes,
oh no, man, that is ridiculous.
And like baby girl, the girl who was like, I think I give this 10s across the board. I guarantee you, baby girl, like 250 pounds.
She sound like it. She sound
I
like
guarantee,
she.
I
She sound
Not
like
guarantee you,
it.
250.
I
Never
guarantee you,
heard.
she is one of the ones who just settle for anything. She just be happy to have a
What?
man say hello to her. Because to call that tens across the board,
Yeah.
it's 10 and all right. 10-2. Something need to
Mm.
go. That somebody should have about faced him right back to that dressing room
So
because
let
of
me
a
ask y'all
nice
this, and
suit.
I know y'all get asked this all the time. Do y'all believe that like all black men that make it in Hollywood or wherever, uh, that put on a dress once or twice in their career? You think they put on a dress before? The ones that made it in Hollywood, you think they all put on dresses before?
Yeah, except for the two that was speaking. Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams are probably the only two,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the comedian field.
Kevin Hart did too.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
Hart put on a
Yeah,
dress
he
on
put on
SNL,
one.
girl. He
Yeah.
looked like a grandma.
Yeah, no, he
What's his
put on that
name?
little fairy dress, didn't he?
Hey, what's his name? The blonde hair, the blonde. I mean, the light skinned brother, older brother.
Who was that? The older brother?
Yeah, light skinned.
He
Marlon
was
Wayans.
No, not
no, he
Marlon
was
Wayans.
he was real popular. Not was it Rod something? It was something
Dennis
Rod.
Rodman.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
no,
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman.
Rodman.
no,
Dennis.
not Dennis Rodman.
Not
The,
Dennis
the
Rodman.
light skinned brother, he's an actor.
No,
I cannot think of his name.
no, it ain't Terrence Howard because Terrence Howard don't play
Ter-
that, baby.
Terrence Howard. That's what I'm
Terrence
saying.
Howard
Terrence
from
Howard.
No, Terrence
Cleveland.
Howard ain't did that. No,
No, no, no, no,
He's
no. I said Terrence.
105.
I said
no, Terrence
Terrence
Howard don't
Howard
play
was.
that.
Terrence Howard was like, I ain't never. They came into
Yeah,
me
he
with some
ain't
role. I
play
told them
that.
get the hell out of my face.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that stuff.
yeah. He from here, baby. He don't
He's
play
from
that.
105.
Yeah, no, he from this side. He from this city, baby. He don't do that. That's crazy. So y'all think they all put on dresses? Okay, so this is for the men. This is for you, Smoke. At what point would a man even want to put the things on to wear in public, like these guys? At what point do a man say in his head, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on?
What that song say? For the love of money, gotta get that money. But that's I'm sorry, I had to. That's all that came to my mind. Gotta get that money, man. Gotta get that. I'm sorry.
You went Bone Thugs on. At what point do a
I
man
could
say,
never. I could never imagine that because I've been, and I gotta say it again, y'all. Here go my line. I've been a man my whole life.
I'm a
I ain't
man
fell
every
short
day.
in nowhere. Every day. That's right. Every day. So no, I could never. I couldn't even imagine what would be the reason you put it on. And if you put one on, I'm talking about.
right?
I'm gonna talk to you about you in your face, back it ass. I mean,
But I'm saying logically, what do a man conceive that thought to say, I'm about to put this dress on and go out here in public? I mean, just give me your opinion. What would make
I
a
don't
man
know.
say, I'm going to do this because everybody's doing it? What, he doing it because he said everybody's doing it? What?
No, he
I don't.
doing
I
it
don't.
because he's always wanted to be his mama or his sister. He just finally has the freedom to do it.
You want to be his mama or his sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, they want to be women.
How?
A
You got
lot of them do.
genitalials. You
A,
have
a man who is a masculine man, who's a
uh-huh.
real masculine man, will never put on a dress, just not even for entertainment purposes. He
That's
won't
right.
find it funny. Nothing
Uh-huh.
about it would be funny to him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I can't see that even being.
My whole thought exactly.
If you can put on a dress,
There's no way.
you might as well you can do a lot more. If you can put on a dress, you can take it, you can give it.
You
Like
mean
what
Puff Daddy type stuff?
you got to lick it before
Yeah,
you stick it. You
that's Puff Daddy. See, now you didn't win Puff Daddy on me.
you
See, you
got
didn't win.
that's
You didn't
that's
win.
And
like
booty call. That's what it's called.
Hey, you know what? Y'all made me think of something. I seen a video. I gotta find this thing. You know, it's a short video. This, you know how the dude be on the street just interviewing people with random questions. And he be asking something like, "What's the worst things you've done?" This dude stopped this one girl and said, "What's the worst thing you've ever done in your life?" Do you know
You
what
want
they
the
told
one that had sex with the mama and the son?
No, not that. Maybe we did
Okay,
video.
okay.
No, not that. No, she said when she was in college. Y'all ready for this? She said when she was in college, she needed to pass a grade in some class she was in.
Oh, the white girl. I think it
No, this was a black girl. She said
Everybody.
she got an A, and the teacher, the professor, told her she had to uh she had to do something to his booty, which is what she did, and she
She
gave
had
her
to
an A.
scrap it up.
I said, I'm done.
What?
This world over with. And he gave her an A. And she had her back turned to the camera. He said, don't worry about it. They ain't gonna never see your face. So she was answering it facing this way, and he right here on the other side in the camera. And she said she did this to this man's butt. And the teacher, the professor, let her do it, and he gave her an A. I said, I'm done. This world is finished.
There are a lot of men out here that like pegging. Some of them don't call it gay because they're getting their women to do it, but there are a lot of men out here that like pegging.
That's fruity. That is fruity. Your
They
man
do.
card is gone once you do. I don't care if you gave her an A, you still let her do that. And then she was a young girl too. I felt so bad. I'm like, God, man, this dude tricked her.
But wait, let me say this. Let me say
And
this.
then she
You know,
said, I'm
Sakari.
sorry, Smoke. She said, and then she said he could at least been a little cleaner. He had dingleberries back there.
See, that's because he's not a real gay man. Because a real gay man is gonna
They're gonna
dish.
flush it out. It's
They
gonna be
don't
clean.
flush it out before they perform. But there are a lot of other men who like mud butts, so they don't want you to flush it out. They want you while they doing it. They want that mud
Monique,
butt.
Smoke. Shut up, Monique. Shut up.
Yeah,
Smoke.
thanks,
What was you
Monique.
about to say?
You helped us out. Yeah,
Shut
okay,
up.
Monique going graphic.
I've
Yeah, but
never heard that.
I just wanted to say that, like, man, I can't believe that kind of stuff is even going on. Just to get a grade. But think about this. Oh, y'all can go ahead and talk. Somebody gonna marry her, not knowing that. Hey, Smoke, somebody gonna marry her.
Yeah.
She ain't do nothing wrong. He did wrong.
But listen,
wrong.
Tim, listen. Sakari, you know the Israelite group Sakari?
Yeah.
They're, Gorilla Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
That's he the chief.
Yeah.
Gorilla Hebrew. His wife came out and said that's what he liked, and that's what she's done to him.
Well, if that's his wife, and that's what they do. That's their business. That's fine. You can.
No. But I'm saying, but she came out. She came out and put it all on the internet. That's what he was doing.
There. She wrong for that.
Yeah, and I was
But I
like,
thought you just said it was gay and nasty, but it's a Hebrew Israelite brother doing it.
No, I'm
married.
saying that to say because the Bible said what you do with your wife in your
How
own.
can you follow that?
That's totally fine.
As long as you married and you got a wife, it's not gay. It's undefiled.
No, y'all can do whatever it is.
Whatever you do in your wedding bed is sacred.
Yeah, that's pleasing. But that's up to y'all too. But to put it on the
But
internet,
when
that's
she
why I
put
said
it out
she
in
wrong.
the street,
She wrong for that.
That's where it was wrong.
Yeah, she wrong. She shouldn't have did that. You don't put your business out there on the internet. You leave that between y'all two. So I don't know the brother, and that's his business. But man, they can do it.
Wait, so then the history just come along. They was talking about the girlfriend before that, and the other wife over here, and this wife over there. I was like, oh, so he's been doing this his whole life, huh?
He like to be pegged. I told you, it's a lot of men out here that like pegging.
Yeah. So
now, what part of a man's thought process says, "I want you to rear my booty meat"? I don't know.
That is crazy. That is totally nuts.
If my kids was not woke, I would tell you.
No, thank you. I just wanted to put that out there and let y'all know that that's what's in the world and what what people are doing to get by. I'm like, no, you don't lose your pride, your dignity, and what makes you as a person. Don't give that up to people. You giving them, don't do that, man. It don't take that. Come on, trust me. Just for an A.
That's why the other people, the alphabet people, that's why they're pounding down so hard to be married, because whatever happens in the bedroom is sacred. But it doesn't apply to them because they already committed to sin.
Yeah, that's your business. Yeah. That's what you want to do. You know what you're into. That's
Tim, the equivalent to that girl pegging is the equivalent to the girls that have sex with their professors to get by. Rather
Yeah.
you doing it backwards or forwards,
Yeah.
you're still doing it for a grade. It's
That's
no
right.
worse
That's
than
true,
nobody
Monique.
sleeping their way to the top.
Yep, that's true. Now let me ask you this, and then I know we're gonna sign off in a second here. Do you think that's what most people do to get to the top? They sleep their way to the top.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You got to use what you got to get what you
Get
want.
what you want.
Smoke, you hear this stuff, man. What about working
Don't
hard,
make
Monique?
don't let the
It's working
money
hard,
make
you
you
get
make
what you
the
want.
money.
You can work hard all your life and get absolutely nowhere. See, that's what I told that girl. You gonna be working hard all your life to get absolutely nowhere, and I feel
Wow.
sorry for you.
Wow, Monique.
I feel
Great inspiration from Monique, y'all, to
I
give y'all.
I was being honest. See, I felt like I could tell that nobody had ever had that conversation with her. Sometimes you have to have people out here who to sit down and have that moment with you to let you know that you gonna be struggling for a long time because you lack certain things.
But do you got to sleep your way to the top, though?
If it's
If
easier for her.
But you're gonna pay some kind of way. You just ain't gonna sleep your way to the top and then it's over with. No, you go. It's gonna be some suffering on that journey.
She gotta make a plan.
okay, because once
It
you
don't,
because you got to figure it out. Once you get to the top, you can
it
do
don't
what a
matter
lot
the
of women
plans
out.
you got. You
Once you
still
get
gonna
to the
suffer.
top, Tim, then that's when the Me Too movement come. Once you done got to where you want to go, and then they still asking you questions on trying to get you to do stuff after they done got you where you got. That's when you invoke the Me Too movement.
What?
I was a victim.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now we to the Shannon Sharp case now. Now you got the Shannon Sharp case jumping off because now you thought you was slick, and now you know what? I want to be compensated for this. Oh, he raped me. No, see, there you go. No, thank you. Just I believe in hard work and just doing it. I mean, you could do.
That is hard work when you think about it.
You think that's
That's
hard
a
work?
lot of work.
That's a
That
lot of
is a
work.
lot.
What sleeping your way to the top?
That's a lot of
Yes,
work.
you gotta like them. You gotta get your mind control to make it work.
Do
Then you
y'all
gotta
know that
make
people
them
are
work.
bragging about how many people they slept with? That stuff ain't hard work.
That's
It
hard
is
work.
hard.
People are
I just
bragging
seen
like,
I just seen the OnlyFans model. You could tell that she done been traumatized at some point in her life because she started doing OnlyFans to kind of cope with what she was dealing with. So she had a 100 guy marathon, right? She wanted to sleep with 100 dudes in one day.
okay.
She made it to like 40, and the dude who was interviewing her was asking her questions about it, and
Mhm.
she was breaking down, like morally just broken.
See, you
And
making
she's
my
like,
point.
and
There you
she's
go.
like, but she made it to the 100, and she's like, I feel terrible. Like I did all
Uh
this, and I
huh.
still don't feel like I accomplished anything.
Uh,
After that video, her next challenge was she wanted to sleep with 1,000 men. Now you broke down at 40 and made it to 100, but because you still didn't deal with whatever got you to this point, you
mhm.
just said, okay, well, 100 didn't make me feel satisfied. Let me try 1,000 next
So,
time.
so Monique, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna pay some kind of way. It's gonna be trauma. It's gonna be something. You're not just
Everybody up
doing
in
that
that
and get away
care.
with it. That's
Girl,
Wait. Let me ask the quick question. 100 dudes, and you willing to be in that line as a man?
That's
You
that's
good?
what my question was when they opened the door because she invited the interviewer in and she said, "Do you want to see the room?" He walked in there and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it smells terrible." Like he was throwing up because the room was so nasty, and
that's what I'm saying.
it was condoms all over the
No,
floor.
thank you.
So
No.
he interviewed one of the dudes who came, and the guy had flown like from all the way from like I think he flew from like from Greece or somewhere like
Oh
that
my goodness.
to be
For
a
a
part of the
smelly
Bust It
room.
Down Brigade. And
Oh
the dude was like, why did you do this? Like, what made you want to be a part of it? He's like, well, for one, it's like a fantasy fulfilled. I watch her and I actually get to be a part of what she's got going on. He's like, but then again, I feel disgusted within
preconceived
myself.
fantasies.
He felt disgusted because he had sex with somebody who was sleeping with 100 people that day.
Oh no.
but he wanted to be a part of the 100.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday to him. Happy birthday.
Just think about this: the 40 that slept with her before you, you got all their diseases.
Well,
You got everything they got.
You not only got their diseases, if they have any, you just took on all those spirits.
All those spirits. You took on 40. You took on 40 spirits, not
Hey,
including.
you might be talking, and you do that. You might be talking in English 1 minute, next minute you speaking in Chinese, next you got Japanese. But you don't know what the hell you gonna be saying. With that being said, we want to thank y'all for coming to Clip Podcast Show.
Well, clip to the clips, the place to be when no topic is too
let me stop that real quick.
Anybody you want the rap? You want the rap?
Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all just met Jazz, Monique, Smoke. We got other guests to be coming on as well. Anybody got any shout outs they want to do before we go? Or I appreciate the podcast we had tonight. I think it was good. Y'all gave me y'all perspective on not so good looking people and good looking people. So y'all out there, y'all see what y'all into when y'all go out here in this world. If you're pretty, they say you got the pretty privilege.
Pretty is privilege, and eat it up before your old age kick in.
Yeah,
enjoy all the free coffee, the free 2-piece chicken meals.
So what you saying, Monique, is if you're not so pretty, pull that money out your pocket because you got to pay.
If you're not so pretty, just be prepared to work extra hard in this life. My heart goes out to you.
You are so encouraging.
Work on that personality, because even if you're not pretty, if you could get the heart to not match the outside, you will be in there, girl. Make sure you got a dynamic personality, even if you ugly, because that personality will take you further than the looks.
What you got, Jazz? You hear that stuff she talking about? What you got before we
What, Jazz? Why you make that face, Jazz? What I say wrong?
What you got?
What they say, ugly is skin deep, bone deep, soul deep. Ugly is ugly.
God, dog, I shouldn't even ask her. Smoke, what you got, Smoke? What you got, Smoke, before we get out of here? You got anything?
I just want to shout out our two beautiful women up there. The next time y'all go out, bring me a biscuit or something.
Want a free biscuit? A free biscuit? Bring a free biscuit up.
Controversial, you'll see. Join the band, Tim. Let's talk for a while on the Clip Podcast Show. Make you smile.
Come see me, folks. They answer stuff where you like it. Sometimes the way you don't like it. That's just who they are. That being said, we'll thank y'all for tuning in.
Clip Podcast Show. Let's enjoy the flow. We'll discuss the latest trends and news. Laugh and debate, leave your feels. Tim the man is your host.